Welcome, it's denome. You're watching This Week in Crypto, where I talk about what happened with the crypto markets and Bitcoin last week, as well as I will give some predictions of what I think Bitcoin will go next, and where Ethereum will go next, and where some of the biggest altcoins will go next as well. And we're also going to cover the biggest news that happened last week. So everything that I have gathered throughout the week, I will explain in this video. So if you think this is interesting, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So first, let's just take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin for the last week, I told you guys last week that Bitcoin will probably have a pullback from this because we just touched the all-time high, or we were like $200, $300 short from the all-time high. It was just natural for Bitcoin to have a pullback, and the pullback was actually about 16-17%. So really nice pullback, but to be honest, I'm quite surprised by the bounce here, how quickly Bitcoin has bounced, because there were some really bearish news that happened throughout the week, which I will cover soon. But just to see this bounce, it just gives more confidence to me that we're actually going to break the all-time high as well. But there's still room for the downside as well, which I will cover later on in this video also. And if we just take a look at the weekly view, it's really nice movement here with Bitcoin, and we are actually hanging on top of this all-time high here, which is much better than we actually had in 2017 here, or 2018, when it was 2017 December. We just dropped completely after touching this area here, but now we're just hovering here. And we had this doji on the doji candle here, which is just suggesting that markets are undecided if we're going to go up or down from here. But the fact that we just didn't drop here is very good, as well as this monthly candle. Just look at it. How bullish is this candle? This just gives more confidence when this candle actually closes after today. If we're going to hover at these levels, I'm pretty sure a lot of the institutional investors and a lot of people are actually considering that we're going to just break the all-time high and just buying more Bitcoin. So this monthly candle closes today, which will just signal to everyone that Bitcoin is back. If this monthly candle closes and gives us a really nice engulfing candle here. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's super bullish in my opinion if we just for one more day hang on with these prices. Okay, now let's talk about the big news that happened, and then we're going to talk about the altcoin. Actually, we're going to take a look at Ethereum as well. So Ethereum, pretty much the same story as Bitcoin, pretty much just following what Bitcoin is doing right now. If you take a look at this one, the MACD is on the red, same as actually on Bitcoin as well. So on the daily chart, BTC USD. So here you can see the MACD is actually on the red, which is actually signaling more downside. So that's just a warning signal that I wanted to show you. And let's just compare Ethereum to Bitcoin, which is a better investment right now. So this is Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. It just shows which is moving better compared to the other asset. So for now, this is actually where I entered a lot of Ethereum, or actually on this downside here, and here is where I tried to sell my Ethereum, and for now I'm just holding my bags here. But I do believe that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin in the long run as well. Just looking at this chart, there's just so much room for growth for Ethereum compared to Bitcoin on this chart. So I'm very bullish on Ethereum versus Bitcoin, just looking at this chart here. And now let's just take a look at the biggest news that happened throughout the last week. So the first big news is I actually made a dedicated video about it. It's about United States wanting to soft ban private wallets. So if you are using an exchange, you have to do a KYC process to actually tell them which wallet you are transferring money to, if that actually comes into pass. So we don't know. So far, this is still a rumor, but it just caused, after that tweet went out, Bitcoin actually dropped 10% from that single day. Another big news that happened was actually the Plus token scam. So Plus token scam, or Ponzi scheme in China, it used a lot of the Ethereum network as well, which is good that it actually crashed and they're now basically shut down the operation. So it's good for the Ethereum network, but the Chinese government actually confiscated almost 200,000 Bitcoin and almost or 833,000 Ethereum, a lot of XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, Dash, Dogecoin, and Tether. Not a lot of Tether, but a little bit Tether as well as also. But if you just take a look at the whole, compared to the whole supply, now Chinese government that is actually holding more than 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin, and 0.7% of Ethereum, and 1.07% of XRP supply. So this is a massive bust that they actually did with the Blast token scam. And now what they want to do is that the proceeds and the gains will be forfeited to the national treasury. And they don't actually know how that will happen, how they will sell this. But if you sell 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin, if they do it in a bulk move, that will be super bearish for Bitcoin. But it looks like the markets just didn't care when this news actually came out late last week, because from that, after that happened, Bitcoin just had this nice rally to the upside here. So I don't know if people actually noticed this, but yeah, Chinese government is now holding more than 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin, that is circulating supply, and a lot of the Ethereum, and they plan to sell it. So there will be sell pressure coming just because of this in the nearby future as well. We just don't know how they will do it, but they can just also hold it, but we don't actually know what they will want to do. But this is just the news that you have to keep an eye on. November 27th was when this news came out. And now these were pretty much the bearish news, but on the bullish side, let's just take a look at this one. So this article, longhash.com, they had an article why Bitcoin plunged despite seeing more organic buyers than previous bull cycles. And they explain 4 reasons why they are bullish on Bitcoin. And they tell here that just looking at USDT usually whenever there's more USDT printed, Bitcoin price is actually following. And now they notice that the sidelined capital that has been on the USDT has actually now been entering back into the Bitcoin market. So a lot of the USDT supply is now just buying Bitcoin from the market. The second indicator is MVRV, which is basically just analyzing young addresses younger than 155 days. So basically short-term holders are not selling based on this analysis. So the bull market has historically remained intact when that has happened. So short-term holders are still not selling, which is super good. So people have this long-term view for Bitcoin price. Also, third, realized price or realized cap of Bitcoin has substantially increased. So what this means is that if the realized price is high, it shows that investors generally bought Bitcoin at a higher price than before. So just the average price where people are buying Bitcoin is higher than it was in 2017, so which is good. So basically they are saying here that the rally has been organic, which is also good. Again, young investors or short-term investors are still holding, which is super good news. The fourth or the last one here is that the sender address activity reached a new all-time high on November 13. So this is not exactly telling a bullish story, but it just indicates that the network activity of the Bitcoin blockchain has been high, which is of course good that a lot of people are actually using the network. But this is also good. So these are the fundamentals that are still in place, and these just tell me the long-term story that Bitcoin is gonna break the all-time high. If not now, it's gonna break it later. So if you're just waiting on the sidelines and you don't mind buying Bitcoin at this price, or if you don't want to get it at the absolute best price, this could still be a good entry for the long term, because on the long term, I do believe that we're gonna break through this all-time high, and this could actually happen even this year, coming the next month. Just from the monthly candle, looking at this one, it doesn't need a big bounce to actually break through the all-time high. But again, there's the bearish view there as well. And next, I would also want to take a look at the crypto rod here. So this is a trader that I follow, just because his technical analysis is pretty good in my opinion. So this is a guy I actually follow, and he had this chart here that I just happened to see on the Bitcoin price when it was still low, and he had this this wave structure because he's following the Elliott wave trading philosophy. So he's looking at this level right here, that it actually causes Bitcoin to bounce back to the downside. Just looking at the technical analysis, and the price here is 18,600. So until this actually breaks, I'm agreeing with rod that this may not be the absolute best price. But if this price actually gets broken, 18,600, that's when I know that, okay, we're gonna break the all-time high as well. So this is the critical price here. The next big thing is that he made, like, I just want to showcase that he is actually making really good trades here. So Ethereum, he had the same setup and he's using a massive leverage, 75. I do not personally use leverage at all, and I don't suggest you use leverage either, but he just made a nice gain here as well with this one, and he already took profit on the Ethereum here. Anyway, that's it, and he's just been following this. And if you just take a look at how the price has actually been following his structure, it's been following it quite well. So just to see a pullback from here, don't be worried about it, because it's just gonna be a short term, and from here it can probably be going the upwards as well. But to be honest, this will be very, very good for altcoins if Bitcoin just keeps hovering between 16 and 18,000 for a while. So altcoins have a chance to actually pump much more during that time. So I would really hope that Bitcoin actually doesn't just break through here and continue to the upwards. I just want Bitcoin to actually go lower here, so people are interested into actually buying altcoins as well. So that's just what I hope, but we'll see how that goes. But just if we go to the downside, I'm not actually gonna call the 13,000 Bitcoin anymore. I'm much more bullish right now, just because even we had these two really, really bearish news, this and the plus token happening, Bitcoin is still just hovering here at the $18,000 range. So this is really good that Bitcoin is just showing more and more and more strength no matter what happens. And for this reason also, I just want to showcase this one. Raoul Pal, who is a macroeconomist, and he's a big Bitcoin supporter. He now says that he's going to go all in on crypto. So I have a sell order in tomorrow to sell all my gold and to scale in to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum 80-20 ratio. So he will own 20% of his portfolio in Ethereum, 80% in Bitcoin. So those are the only two coins that he holds, and I don't own anything else. So he's just going to go all in on crypto. So this happened 1 hour ago. I saw this tweet. So this is massively bullish, because a lot of the institutional investors actually follow what this guy is doing, because he has been he made a really good flip with the bond market earlier before actually jumping highly on the crypto market. He made a really cool trade with the bond market. And I don't even understand the bond market myself, but I just know that when he was talking about it, like, okay, now is the perfect time to buy bonds, before the crash actually happened for the virus. On March, there was a big crash. He went big on the bond market, made a huge gains there, and now he has been in crypto, and now he's going all in on crypto. So this is just good news for everyone who is following him from any like market segments, just selling like stocks, selling gold, getting into crypto. Crazy move, but yeah, a lot of people follow him, so yeah, that's very bullish. Also, Alex Saunders here, he's talking about PayPal. So PayPal buys are skyrocketing, which already made an all-time high of $56 million volume on just PayPal alone. So yeah, you know that you can now make trades on PayPal with crypto, with Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other coins as well. So just to see that the volume there is also growing, it's showing that Bitcoin is really in a really good position. He was actually expecting $20,000 this week or last week, which actually did not happen, but it doesn't take away from the daily volume that happened on the PayPal platform as well. And also, just as a side note, Celsius AMA, Celsius network that I've been promoting and using myself, they will have an in-app swap that you can swap coins with 0 fees on their application very soon. So yeah, that's super good that you can finally do the swaps inside the their application, and it's gonna cost 0 gas fees to do those swaps. So yeah, I'm super happy that they actually implemented this. So yeah, that's the big news there as well. EWT, Energy Web Token, this is a token that I've been talking about, but I haven't actually invested in. They have now been talking, or there's rumors that they will actually implement staking. So the staking tier 1 and staking were confirmed confirmed last AMA. So yeah, this week I will probably buy Energy Web token just because Chico Crypto has been actually talking about this a lot, and I just haven't invested into it yet, and the price was looking good last week at least. And now let's just talk about gold. I did actually myself, even though Raoul Pal just told me that he will sell his gold, yesterday I actually did buy some gold, physical gold. If you're interested, I did buy some gold here just for the long-term, what do you say? Long-term inflation hedge, and I want to spread my risks. I don't want to be all in on crypto, so I have some offline investments as well with gold. So I did buy some gold yesterday with my cash reserves. So just as a note that even though the gold has been going down, I did buy some gold here. Anyway, that's what I did there. And now let's talk about the altcoins. Maybe this is the thing that you were mostly curious about. So if we just take a look at the crypto markets here, you know XRP had a massive pump last week, and I did buy Chainlink about $13 at $12.9. I did buy Chainlink, so I'm quite bullish on Chainlink. And why, you may ask, it's because of this chart here, Link chart. Link ETH chart. So if you take a look at this chart here, you can see this really clear bottom line here. So if you just draw a line here, you can see that Chainlink is very cheap compared to Ethereum right now. So for that reason, it hasn't touched this line for a long time already. So I haven't held any Chainlink myself, but now it was time to buy some Chainlink again, in my opinion, just because Chainlink is so cheap compared to Ethereum on this trend line here. If this trend line is broken, I will probably just sell my link, but as long as this holds, it's a very bullish uptrend. So that's why I actually went into Chainlink last week. Another coin that actually had a really nice pump, if we take a look at the 7-day movements here, is Orion Protocol. So this just blasted off because they announced they will launch their terminal on 15th of December, and it will be an invite-only system where you can refer people and gain access to it earlier. But I will not be referring people to that one, so you would have to find your own way to actually get there for now. Because they have two referral systems, which I did not exactly like. So they have referral systems where you now refer people and you will have a chance to get early access. And later on, they will have another referral system where you will actually get fees from people that you refer. So for me, it just doesn't make any sense to refer people now because those two referral systems are not integrated. But anyway, regardless of that, Orion Protocol, I told you guys about this last week, that this is the coin that I'm very bullish on for this week, and it had a really nice move. And yes, I did take some profits. So about 1/3 of my Orion, I did sell about $2.95 price. So yes, it pumped more here. I still hold a lot of Orion, but I just wanted to cash out while it was possible, because it had this, the pump was just too high in my opinion. So yeah, if it makes a pullback, I will buy more Orion. But for now, I'm really happy with how this has gone. Another cool token that had another pump was TrustSwap. So I haven't sold any TrustSwap yet, but I'm considering to actually sell some this week. But yeah, those two coins, I told you guys about these last week. And yeah, I'm super happy to see they are actually bouncing or pumping upwards. And if we just take a look at the losers here, Index, yeah, this is a farmable token. EWT, yeah, I might buy this token this week. It's just super happy to see this price level here. Polkastarter, this is a coin on the Polkadot ecosystem. To see a dump like this for the last week, yeah, it could be a very cool entry point for you. XIO, they enhanced their tokenomics for the XIO. So now in the future, starting tomorrow, they will take a snapshot every single day of your XIO holdings that you have in your wallet or that you have in your liquidity pool. And based on that, at the end of December 31st, you will get in 1-to-1 ratio this Flash token, which will be used for the Flash staking. But next year, they will release 4 new tokens. And for everyone who holds XIO tokens, you will get an airdrop similar to the Flash token airdrop. And if you want to make your own token, you can just pitch your idea to XIO, because they have this token startup platform where you can pitch your ideas, and they have the developers, they have the team, and they will try to gather a team together to actually make the token into a reality if that's a good token. So I'm really curious to see how that actually goes. But the token studio, it sounds quite interesting. And yeah, this coming next month, I don't know how much marketing they will do, but it can actually pump from here. And I haven't talked about XIO for a while, but yeah, just to see it dumping so hard, but the utility is there, and the flash staking is gonna go live next year. So we'll see how that goes, but the airdrop is coming. So yeah, just wanted to showcase that that's actually happening there. What else here? Band token has had a pullback as well. This is the coin I actually bought more last week, as well as SXP I bought more last week as well. And not much, but just a little bit, because it dipped here. And yeah, this is the same price pretty much that I actually bought it. As you can see, it has been just going sidelines here, or sideways here. Those are the biggest ones for this week. Is there anything else that I'm bullish on right now? Let me see. Oh yeah, these tokens. So RPL and ANKR. So both of these tokens, this ANKR and RPL, I did buy some RPL last week, just because these tokens are focused on Ethereum staking. So instead of you having to spend 32 ETH and then setting up your own node somewhere or your own computer and be connected to online all the time, these are actually helping people stake their Ethereum on the Ethereum 2.0 platform, and you don't have to set up your own computer either. So it just takes all the limitations for the Ethereum staking away. And just to see that these two tokens, even though they will help you stake Ethereum, these haven't pumped yet, even though the Ethereum 2.0 launch has already been confirmed, which should happen, by the way, sometime tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But to see these tokens that they haven't pumped yet, that's why I just wanted to buy some RPL, but I did not buy some ANKR yet. So this is what I'm actually considering buying this week as well. Just so you know, these two tokens are quite interesting, because they were, well, I already explained that one. So those are the tokens also that I'm bullish on. eGold, Elrond Gold. This is a token I actually, I think this will pump soon, because a lot of the coins like Zilliqa and Ethereum has been pumping, even Cardano has been pumping, but Elrond Gold hasn't pumped yet that hard. So this coin is also a coin that actually can pump this week. So to me, this coin right here, a very, very interesting for a short-term flip, because Cardano pumped last week, like as you can see, 80% here, and Elrond Gold is pretty much doing the same thing as Cardano, but the market cap is just 50 times smaller, and they actually have a working blockchain. So Elrond Gold, I do think that this is gonna pump just because Cardano pumped last week. So yeah, just there. Anyways, that's it pretty much for my altcoin update as well for this week. I hope you had some value from this video, and I hope you consider subscribing and putting a comment down below if you thought this is interesting. And let me know, I've done these weekly updates for a few weeks now. Let me know if this structure is starting to make sense, and if you want to see some changes or updates in the coming weeks. And just one more thing I want to tell you guys, Ledger, if you want to get this hardware ledger, this promo actually ends today with this code. And if you use the link below, before you actually enter this code, it will help me get some profits from that as well. So you can get your ledger 40% off. So yeah, I do have my ledger as well. But if you want to get your hardware wallet, this promo is pretty much the best you can ever get. So anyway, that's the promo there. Another promo that will end in 2 days is actually Tradingview that I actually use for these charts. I personally haven't paid for this one, but I just want to highlight that this promo gives you up to 60% off. So if you are a heavy Tradingview user, consider utilizing this one. And again, if you use the link below, that will help this channel as well. But anyway, I don't have this, because the free version is just enough for me, for my use, because I'm a casual Tradingview user. I only need three three, what are these? Three indicators. So I have the EMAs, I have the RSI, and I have the MACD. That's the only ones that I care about. And if I just buy this one, I'm afraid that I will bloat my indicators too much. So just having 3 indicators, it's a good limit in my opinion. But if you want to get the TradingView, you can get it. Anyway, that's it for the promos for this week. And yeah, I hope you got something out of it. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week or in the next videos as well. Thanks.